Alright, so note repeat is a function on the MPC that lets you hold down a pad and it'll play back a roll or a series of notes for you, something like this. Or like this. Alright, now on the MPC, to control the speed of the roll, you use subdivisions like a quarter note or a 30-second note. On the padKontrol, we're going to use the XY pad to do that, and normally that's set up to control like a really wide range of speeds, but when you're making a beat, you're usually using a specific speed, so you want your rolls to be at that speed. So for this, I'm going to use 90 beats per minute, and I'll show you how to set it up. You go into setting and hit the roll button, and then these two parameters here, the left and right, these set the minimum and maximum values for the XY pad. So at the maximum value, I'm going to set that at 90 beats per minute. That's going to give me a 30-second note roll at 90 beats per minute. And then at the lowest speed, I'm going to set it for half that. So basically, it's going to be a 16th note roll at 90 beats per minute. So here's the 16th note roll, and then the 32nd, which is twice as fast. And just to show you those are in sync, I'll play a metronome in live at 90 beats per minute, and I'll play this along with it. And then at 30-second notes. Alright, we can also get one more speed. If we hold down both of these at the same time, we get a speed in between those, which would be a 16th note triplet. Alright, so because you're controlling speed with the XY pad, you can actually switch between them in real time. Something like this. Alright, you can also select which pads will be affected by the roll. Right now I just have the hi-hat set up. You do that by going into setting, holding down the roll button, and whichever pads are lit are affected by the roll. So again, I just got the hi-hat, and what that does is makes it so you can do stuff like this. Or stuff like this. Alright, so you can do this with an Arppegiator too. And usually a sequencer has one built in. I know Reason doesn't, but most other ones do. And if they don't, you can get a plugin that can do it for you. But anyway, I'm going to use Live for this. And in Live, the Arppegiator is a MIDI effect. So I just have that loaded with battery. And it just works exactly like the roll I just had set up. The benefit here is because it's inside the sequencer, it's perfectly synced. I don't have to manually sync it. And you can see the rate changing there. The way I set that up is I went into MIDI, and I just clicked on the rate knob, assign it to the XY pad, and then set the range to a minimum of 16th note, maximum of 32nd note. Alright, so... And I could do the middle too to get the 16th note triplet. Alright, and another thing I could do with this is because it's part of the sequencer, I can use my groove template to add some swing to this. Alright, and that's just the basics of what an Arppegiator can do. It can get a lot deeper than that.